Good, happy Friday morning and happy TGIF, everyone. I'm Riley King and welcome to Good Morning, New Hampshire. Let's get started. Record travel numbers expected for 4th of July weekend. A record of 43 million Americans are expected to travel this Independence Day weekend. Woman critically injured after jump from New Hampshire bridge, officials say. Officials said a Maine woman pulled from the Piscataqua River after jumping from the Interstate 95 bridge is in critical condition. Missing teen in Maltonborough found safe. Police in Maltonborough said they have located a teenager who was reported missing earlier this week. Search continues for a missing man in Androscoggin River. Crews continue to search the Androscoggin River after a man canoeing fell into the water Wednesday and never resurfaced. Motorcyclist seriously injured in collision with car in Effingham. A Maine motorcyclist was seriously injured Thursday night in a collision with a car on Route 25 in Effingham. Government issues major airbag recall. U.S. government officials are issuing an urgent warning for people who may be driving vehicles with faulty airbags. Rank and file Republican activists hear Trump rail against Clinton on trade. State Republican Party Chairwoman Jennifer Horn described the group of 150 Granite Staters who sweltered in a vacant, crumbling asphalt lot outside of a shuttered light bulb factory to hear Donald Trump as good, solid New Hampshire voters. Activists ready to work for Trump in New Hampshire. Five-term state rep Bob Elliott of Salem called it his coming out party. Donald Trump delivers speech on trade in Manchester. Perspective Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump focused on trade and the economic Thursday in a speech in Manchester. Former tow truck driver accused of making sexual comments to customers. A former tow truck driver is arrested after being accused of making unwanted sexual comments to female customers, Massachusetts State Police say. Actor Mike O'Malley named PAL of the Year. The Nashua Police Athletic League honored young people across the city Thursday. Firefighters who commit arson, rare but troubling pneumonia. During the same week in April, 2 massive brush fires broke out, and in both cases, police said firefighters were responsible for setting them. Wells test positive for chemicals near Corky landfill. Groundwater test results near the former Corky landfill contain elevated contaminations of PFCs, officials say. 2 women arrested after drug found in home with children present, police say. 2 Goffstown mothers are facing charges after they were accused of exposing their children to uncapped needles and drugs, police said. Son of former police chief could face kidnapping assault charges. The son of a Nashua former police chief is one step closer to freedom after he was committed 7 years ago when he was accused of torturing his father. Insider: Clinton debates Trump on the ground. It's no contest. Hillary Clinton has a dominating advantage over Donald Trump when it comes to field operations in the key battleground states. U.S. features point to lower open ahead of 4th of July weekend. U.S. stock index features indicated a lower open on Friday as traders eyed the release of a host of data ahead of 4th of July weekend. Market PMI data is set to come out at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, with ISM manufacturing data and construction spending due to be released at 10 o'clock a.m., and vehicle sales data is also set to come out today. Loretta Mester, Cleveland Fed president, is due to speak at 11 a.m. Eastern in London at the European Economics and Financial Center. Girl 13 stabbed to death in West Bank as she slept, was U.S. national officials say. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
From the 13-year-old Israeli-American girl brutally murdered in her family's settlement home in the West Bank has family ties to New York City. Hillel Yafa Ariel, stabbed and killed by a teenage Palestinian attacker who slipped into a fortified Jewish settlement and crept into the girl's bedroom. Security guards shot and killed the attacker. Ariel, born and raised in Israel, but she held dual U.S. citizenship. The tie to our area, her uncle lives in Brooklyn.
Okay, and there you have it on that report. Now time for a check of your weather. Let's take a look at your radar right now. Here's a quick look at your radar. It's all clear as you see, and it's going to be a nice 4th of July weekend. Now let's go to our weather machine and take a look at your current conditions on the weather machine right now. Okay, at a look at your weather machine, your wind speed peak is 3 miles per hour, average is 1, current is 2 near south and southeast, your temperature is 67 degrees, your humidity is 83%. Your dew point is 62 degrees. Your forecast is partly cloudy. Your pressure is 29.97. And today, high record right now is 72 degrees. Now let's take a look at your next 7-day forecast. And here's a look at your next 7-day forecast. As you see, it's going to be in the 80s all week. Very nice weather for your 4th of July holiday weekend. Now let's take a look at your traffic. Here's a look at your traffic right now. We're seeing a lot of green roadways, and we have a few yellow areas and a few tiny red areas. Otherwise, traffic is moving pretty good on your Friday morning, and we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Good Morning New Hampshire.